Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Mark Rogers, and we are at the Cohiba Lounge in Norman. Jenkins and Boyd. I knew that. Anyway, Jenkins and Boyd here in Norman. Great place to come watch OU football games. The away game here coming up at Auburn, and have your favorite beverage at Cohiba Lounge. Mark, the OU Tennessee game kind of went what we had anticipated, except for one monumental decision on Brent Venables' part.
I don't know if it went how I anticipated. I thought that the OU offense, man, it struggled. It was really just combobulated. Even the first series, you had a bad snap, and then you had a play that was going to go for a touchdown that was blown dead by the officials, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. So I think anybody that has an idea of how to fix the offense is definitely calling my show, probably talking to other people around town. So if there's a way to fix it, hopefully the coaching staff can kind of figure it out.
Mark, you haven't been listening. There are 1,000 armchair quarterbacks that know how to fix it. They just don't know exactly what they're going to do.
I don't know if I've heard bad ideas yet. So it's kind of a mystery as to it's a multitude of factors that combine to put OU in the position that they are on offense.
And that's the deal. But what I was kind of getting at was the Tennessee offense was good, OU defense was good, and I think the OU defense proved that they are up to a task of being, SEC ready. Mm-hmm. The offense, not even Mountain West Conference ready, but that's another story, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, Brent Venables deciding to bench Jackson Arnold there in the first half and get Michael Hawkins a few snaps before half. That was a big decision, and I applaud him for having the courage or whatever to do that, even as shocking as it was to the 85,000 plus on field.
I think that the hesitation and lack of confidence that Jackson Arnold had on Saturday night was so apparent that there really wasn't much of a choice. I mean, he had to make that move. And we'll see if Michael Hawkins can continue to play with a lot of confidence behind an offensive line that's not blocking very well.
Well, and that's the case that we've had all year, and it doesn't look like anybody's coming in off the bench to make that any better. Hey, we are at Cohiba Lounge in Norman. And you too can come by and enjoy your favorite beverage and watch any of the sporting events that you'd like here at the Cohiba Lounge. We'll be right back. If you're worried about things about your body that you may be feeling bad, or you have some things that you want to check out, go to Halo Body Scan on 3400 West Hefner Road in Oklahoma City. Skip the overpriced and endless test. Halo Body Scan offers one comprehensive body scan at a fair price and no pressure for extra tests. Take control of your health with Halo Body Scan. Find out about your body's health today. Give them a call, 477-1100. That's 405-477-1100. Hi, friends. Did you know that over 80 million men and women suffer from hair loss? Well, now there's help. Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic are introducing a revolutionary laser hair loss treatment called Alma TED. Alma TED uses a proprietary laser that will help stop hair loss and promote growth. For more information, give Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light a call and stop hair loss today.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Informations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away. All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam. You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
Come see Paul at the Mattress Place. He is Sooner born and wants to take care of his fellow Oklahomans. The Mattress Place has a nice queen pillow top mattress starting as low as $299 and kings for only $399. They carry Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and much more. The Mattress Place has a large selection and fast delivery. Located between Penn and Western on Southwest 59th Street. Buy your groceries in your neighborhood, but buy your mattresses at the Mattress Place. And welcome back. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath from the Cohiba Lounge in Norman. Let me tell you about Halo Body Scan. Skip the overpriced and endless tests at other places. Halo Body Scan offers one comprehensive body scan at a fair price with no pressure for future testing. Take control of your health with Halo Body Scan and find out about your body today and your health at Halo Body Scan. Give them a call and set up an appointment, 477-405-477-1100. 3400 West Hefner Road in Oklahoma City. Take control of your life today. Mark, the offensive line, you know, everybody's talked about it, we've talked about it, and nobody's going to stop talking about it until they can do something a little better. Now, there were some areas that they did pretty good, but what I don't understand is how the offensive brain trust from OU, knowing what they know of the offensive line, why they aren't doing things differently to try to take the pressure off the offensive line and the quarterback.
Well, I think that there's only so many things you can do when you can't block as a team. And I think the blocking is more of an issue with the entire group than it is just the offensive line. The tight ends aren't playing very well. Wide receivers are very small, the ones that they have playing right now. They're unable to block down the field. And so there's not, you really don't have to respect much of anything. You can kind of play in a box, which makes the vertical passing game and everything else difficult. But they have, I thought, instituted some deception and some movement where backs and linemen are going the other way, trying to confuse the opposition. It's just not working. I mean, when you can't block, there's not a whole lot that you can do. So the only hope, I think, for the offensive line is to improve, is kind of get the system better. These are guys that have never played together before. You could potentially move to some younger freshmen that aren't playing right now, but I thought it was telling that they went with the same five the entire game, all 73 snaps. There was no backup offensive lineman that came in and played a snap in the game.
Well, you know, and I see that as, okay, this is the best group we have. Mm-hmm. The only way we're going to get better is to let them play. Take it, bad snaps and all, and see if they can't use that as a building block. And, you know, that's Beatonbow's way. He's been wanting to have that kind of those five guys. Now, earlier on, he was experimenting. Now he's got five healthy guys. He's going to try to go with them, see if he can't get them better. And maybe that helps as they get in. They certainly need to get better because the competition is getting better. They're lucky this week. They're at Auburn, and then they have a week off before Texas, so they do have a chance to try to get some cohesion in there. You mentioned tight ends. Where in the world did the tight ends go? Not only are they not blocking, they're not catching. So they're not helping the quarterback with little release, catches at all.
Well, and, you know, Tennessee had an elite edge rusher out there, so a lot of times it's a better idea, I think, to keep a tight end in rather than try to block an elite edge rusher with a running back. My running backs are kind of small guys to begin with, and they're pretty good at running the ball. So scheme-wise, you just kind of have to get better. I think the good news is that Tennessee is one of the better defenses OU's going to see on the schedule this entire season. Now, the SEC, you're looking at even a South Carolina team that has elite professional type football players up front and on the defensive line, but not as many and not as good across the board as Tennessee.
Yeah, and
same with Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to happen as OU advances into, they're going to see more complete teams maybe, but they may not see another better defense. And it depends. I mean, Tennessee's a good all-around team. They may prove out to be one of the best teams in the SEC and maybe one of the best teams in the country. Right. It's still early. So, you know, this may be a test, and getting beat 23-15 may not be as bad as it looked for the 85,000 fans in the stadium and the million or so that are watching on TV.
Well, I think what was the problem is that you saw a defense that was giving the offense a chance to win a game in which they were the underdog. They were the biggest underdog that an OU team has been in this until last century. And so for that reason, it was disappointment, and it just didn't give you much hope that the offense was going to score. So it's a big chance this week to see a new quarterback in there and see if that can maybe make things better all the way across the board.
I want to take an opportunity just to thank the OU fans also. I mean, the OU fans for the first SEC home game ever.
It was a great environment.
They showed up and they were loud, they were there, they were into it, in spite of some of the miscues on the offensive side. They were there throughout the meaningful part of the game, and it was good, it was loud. And the Tennessee fans, they showed up in numbers. They were here in Norman. I walked around Saturday early and then also Friday night, and there were several thousands of Tennessee fans. So good for them. That's what the SEC is bringing to the University of Oklahoma and to the Norman businesses. And hats off to the OU fans and the Tennessee fans. Speaking of which, you can come by Cohiba Lounge and enjoy a favorite beverage and watch all of your favorite sports shows or TV shows. I even saw Jeopardy earlier today coming through. So if you're a Jeopardy fan, you can come into Cohiba Lounge, catch you a beverage and Jeopardy in the afternoons. We'll be back after this. If you're worried about things about your body that you may be feeling bad, or you have some things that you want to check out, go to Halo Body Scan on 3400 West Hefner Road in Oklahoma City. Skip the overpriced and endless test. Halo Body Scan offers one comprehensive body scan at a fair price and no pressure for extra tests. Take control of your health with Halo Body Scan. Find out about your body's health today. Give them a call, 477-1100. That's 405-477-1100. Hi, friends. Did you know that over 80 million men and women suffer from hair loss? Well, now there's help. Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic are introducing a revolutionary laser hair loss treatment called Alma TED. Alma TED uses a proprietary laser that will help stop hair loss and promote growth. For more information, give Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light a call and stop hair loss today.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Informations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away. All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam. You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
Come see Paul at the Mattress Place. He is sooner born and wants to take care of his fellow Oklahomans. The Mattress Place has a nice queen pillow top mattress starting as low as $299 and kings for only $399. They carry Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and much more. The Mattress Place has a large selection and fast delivery. Located between Penn and Western on Southwest 59th Street. Buy your groceries in your neighborhood, but buy your mattresses at the Mattress Place. And welcome back. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath from the Cohiba Lounge in Norman. There's a place in Norman that if you need shoes, you need to go. Brown Shoe Fit on Main Street next to Mardell's. You need to go by. Ladies, they have the latest in fashions. Men, they have fashions and rugged menswear, footwear, and running shoes if you're a runner. I don't happen to be a runner, but I like to walk a lot, and I have some good walking shoes I got at Brown Shoe Fit. So ladies, for the latest in fashion, men for the rugged outdoor wear, and fashion for men's dress shoes, go to Brown Shoe Fit in Norman on Main Street. Oh, I was going to say, to the fans that are going to the Auburn game,
yes,
Charles Barkley will be honored at halftime.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah, so Chucky will be in attendance, along with 88,000 screaming Auburn Tiger fans also.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. So you need to come by and see me at the Southeastern Bar on Franklin Street on Toomer's Corner.
Excellent. Well, say hi to Chucky
11
for
to 2.
me.
They got $1 Busch Lights.
That's pretty good. Well, if you can give away a Busch Light. They are, right?
I buy for the first 20.
There you go. Anyway, going down to Auburn, first road game for OU and SEC. It should prove interesting. Auburn's had, excuse me for my voice up and down, try to get through this, but Auburn's had their quarterback problems. They had a young man that they started. They took him out, put the other starter in from last year, took him out, put the new one in, and now the original starter's back in. If you can follow that illogical process there I just professed. But anyway, so they're having their problems also on offense.
Peyton Thorne has thrown double-digit interceptions every year that he's quarterbacked the college football team. One at Michigan State, then one last year at Auburn. They lead the nation in interceptions thrown, 8. So you would hope that the Oklahoma defense, who's really good at forcing turnovers, could be able to force some turnovers in this game, which will really help them quite a bit, especially if you can get some in plus territory. Turnovers are a huge aspect of the game.
Can I suggest something?
Yeah.
Get the turnovers, but then don't turn it over yourself on the very next play.
That's too soon. That's too soon, right?
times in the history of OU football, they got a turnover, and the very next play turned it over. The only time in OU history. So my suggestion, don't do that, and you got a chance.
I think that's good advice. But yeah, that's, again, I think part of some of the challenge of having a true freshman quarterback in a road game. We'll see some of those problems. You don't hear as much, but I tell you, I mean, Michael Hawkins Jr.'s got some swagger about him. Very confident player, and you never know.
He came in and wasn't fazed by the moment. Or didn't appear to be fazed by the moment. He came in and played well. When he threw the ball, he threw it with authority, threw it where he wanted to. That was what was impressive. I knew he would have the escapability that Jackson Arnold didn't, and I knew he wasn't going to throw it behind the line of scrimmage in a pass. I think that was what made Brent just throw up his hands and go, I can't take this.
Well, there's been a lot of evidence in practice, I think, and there's been a lot of evidence so far in games this year of Jackson Arnold's hesitation, and then panic, and sometimes when the ball goes in places that he didn't want it to go, and so he's just off rhythm. I mean, and that can happen in a position like that. When you've got players chasing you around without much blocking and things that have gone on there. So I don't know that, Jackson Arnold's career is finished, but he's got to find a way to get his confidence back.
Well,
the Sooners have to hope that Michael Hawkins can keep his confidence going forward.
And here's what I think. I mean, I'm looking at it. I mean, you keep Michael Hawkins in there and let him grow into the situation. And then if something happens where he doesn't grow into the situation, or the moment is too big for him, and it's very evident, Jackson Arnold has had a chance then to look at everything from the sideline, and maybe that is one thing that helps settle him in. I mean, Lincoln Riley benched
Spencer Rattler,
excuse me very much, I went blank there. Spencer Rattler at the Texas game because he didn't look very sharp, So those things happen. I hope Jackson Arnold has the career that Spencer Rattler looks like to have in front of him in spite of the benching, So who knows? Jackson Arnold may come back from this stronger and better. And then again, Michael Hawkins may just seize his opportunity and go with it the rest of the career.
I think based on what we've seen so far, there's one adjustment you will see in the offseason is that they're going to hire someone on staff to bring in that's going to be a quarterback coach, someone that knows that position. Jeff Levy was a quarterback's coach, even though he was an offensive lineman. Really, if you look at what's going on in practice, the quarterback's position is being run by graduate assistants and maybe an analyst, and so
Casey Thompson's about as close as they get to a quarterback
Casey Thompson
coach.
could be a coach. So they need to improve that, because that could easily be an issue with the development or the coaching
lack
of the
thereof.
Yeah, right, of a quarterback.
Of a quarterback. Because, I mean, Jackson Arnold, when he had a bad series, would come over to the sideline and grab a tablet, and nobody's talking to him. He's on the headsets, but I don't know who he's talking to up in the booth. But you're right. I think that is one of the biggest weaknesses right now, is nobody to lead that quarterback room, that quarterback group that is a quarterback coach that can give them that, because Jackson Arnold has not progressed. He has not. He has digressed. Okay. Hey, we are at Cohiba Lounge here in Norman. Come by and enjoy a cigar, a drink, and TV and sports all you want here at Cohiba Lounge. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath from Cohiba Lounge. By the way, for those people going, including yourself, going to Jordan-Hare Stadium, it looks like Jordan-Hare. But if you say that, they're going to look at you like, where are you from, boy?
Good lesson.
Yes,
yeah.
It's Jordan-Hare Stadium, and go down there, enjoy Auburn, Alabama, and all they have to offer. It's the first SEC road game in OU history. So those that go down, including yourself, and you will be
Southeastern from 11 to 2, which is actually 12 to 3 Auburn time. No, that's 11 to 2. My bad. We'll be there on Friday afternoon.
I did remember $1 Busch Lights, though. I
$1
mean,
Busch Lights,
they're giving them away.
Yeah.
It's $1 Busch Lights or 4 for $3. Any way you want to look at it. So what do you think the game's going to look like Saturday at Auburn? Michael Hawkins, first start ever on the road in the SEC. Not an easy way to get. It's not exactly Temple.
Well, based on both defenses, you would think the score would be something like, what, 14 to 13 or something like that, low scoring. The posted total in Vegas is 46, which seems very high to me. So that tells me that we'll see a little more offense than probably what we anticipate. And that's the reaction to, hey, Tennessee's defense was a really, really tough test. And we'll see what Auburn can do against the Oklahoma defense, which has given up some yards this year. It's not like OU's in the top 10 in rushing defense or the top 10 in total defense. They're not. So I think that the key for Oklahoma is not to make mistakes on offense, and that's a tough proposition. You're going into a tough place to play. The line is also moving towards Auburn winning the game. OU opened a 3-point favorite down to 1. So Oklahoma, I think, has to take that defense on the road, and they can't lose confidence on that side of the football and start to get out of focus an assignment thinking, what are we going to do to score points, because our offense isn't. That could be a problem.
Well, the one thing that you mentioned earlier, Auburn does lead the country in turnovers and interceptions.
Yeah.
So that's a bonus for OU, because they have done a good job. They lead the SEC in turnover margin.
I think for OU, the trademark of Oklahoma right now is that Brent Venables is a guy that's really creative on defense, and he can cause some other teams to make mistakes. And as long as teams don't get into a pattern and figure that out, that this is one game that you would think that, man, this really sets up for OU's defense to play well.
And they should do that, and they should play well. And with Michael Hawkins, it's got to come in with a simple game plan. And I say simple. I mean, nothing in college football anymore is simple. But as you said earlier, don't make mistakes. Put him in positions to where he can succeed. Create an offense. And this is the part I have a problem with OU coaching staff on the offensive side, is create an offensive game plan that takes advantage of his strengths. Now, have they done that with Jackson Arnold? Not yet. Can they do it with Michael Hawkins? I hope so, because Michael Hawkins has different strengths than Jackson Arnold for the most part. They'll run the same offense, but they'll accentuate a lot more different plays that take advantage of Michael Hawkins. Now, can he throw as well as Jackson Arnold? He made some throws last Saturday that were outstanding no matter who was throwing.
Well, I think he can. I mean, I think especially if he's decisive about it. But the one thing I would look at if I'm the Oklahoma coaching staff is we got to do better on first down. I mean, that's been a season-long issue. They got 7 yards on 15 first down plays on Saturday night against Tennessee.
Say that again.
7 yards on 15 first down plays. So including two turnovers and a safety. So you have to come up with something that we're going to put ourselves in a little bit better position. Football is tough at 2nd and 3rd and 10. You don't have much of a chance to win those downs. It's all a percentage game. That's why Coach Switzer was so successful, is that he looked at it play by play by play. Do we have an advantage on the offense? At 2nd down and 4, you've got an advantage on the defense. At Oklahoma, at 2nd and 10, they're just playing behind the chains all day. So if they can find a way to make 3-4 yards on first down and guarantee that, then I think things open up a little bit for the offense. But if not, I mean, it's going to be a struggle all season long.
I think it's going to be a struggle Saturday, but I think OU wins. I've got them OU 24-17.
All right.
And I think that's maybe a little start. They have a bye week before Texas, and we'll talk about that another day. But I think this Saturday will be a positive for OU 24-17. Hey, that's going to do it for this week's show. Hope for you to see you next time here on the OU Football Preview Show. If you're worried about things about your body that you may be feeling bad, or you have some things that you want to check out, go to Halo Body Scan on 3400 West Hefner Road in Oklahoma City. Skip the overpriced and endless test. Halo Body Scan offers one comprehensive body scan at a fair price and no pressure for extra tests. Take control of your health with Halo Body Scan. Find out about your body's health today. Give them a call, 477-1100. That's 405-477-1100. Hi, friends. Did you know that over 80 million men and women suffer from hair loss? Well, now there's help. Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic are introducing a revolutionary laser hair loss treatment called Alma TED. Alma TED uses a proprietary laser that will help stop hair loss and promote growth. For more information, give Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light a call and stop hair loss today.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Informations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away. All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam. You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
Come see Paul at the Mattress Place. He is sooner born and wants to take care of his fellow Oklahomans. The Mattress Place has a nice queen pillow top mattress starting as low as $2.99 and kings for only $3.99. They carry Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and much more. The Mattress Place has a large selection and fast delivery. Located between Penn and Western on Southwest 59th Street. Buy your groceries in your neighborhood, but buy your mattresses at the Mattress Place.